Welcome, Crows fans, air conditioners and inanimate carbon rods everywhere. Italian Auntie with Two Crows Plugged Hard.
Hashtag Crows Footy. We're back.
Oh, we're back, baby. It's been a little bit of a month hiatus here, Ant. Had a bit happening. So
A few things going on.
yeah, wedding, honeymoon, influenza A, a little bit of influenza B, but we're back.
We're back.
And unfortunately not under perfect circumstances. We just watched the wet toast game where we got turned into the wet toast at the end of the game. Pretty disappointing there. The Crows versus West Coast, and we lost by 12 points at home. West Coast have a record now of 8-2. Winning at Adelaide Oval. That's not good. Not good at all.
That's not good.
But anywho, what we might do before we crack on into tonight's game or this afternoon's game.
Try and recap some of the games the past month.
Games that we've missed. We thought, well, we're going to keep everyone up to date with our best on
Two
the
Crows Footy
Player of the Year award, Crows Footy Player, and also the Hurt Locker award, which would just be a run of either the one we think is the best overall, or if a player's got multiple entries, we'll see them the winner. So just to recap from the games that we've actually missed on the potty. So round 7 was against Freo, which we won by 17 points. Yeah. Matt Crouch, 3 points. Yep. Tom Lynch, 2 points. And Riley O'Brien, 1 point. Hurt Locker award went to Matt Crouch. Next game, oh my lord, you always got to get in on board of these. The showdown, round 8 showdown, we smacked the little pair.
We should have won by more. But
absolutely, but we still won. They're often close games.
Butts and candy nuts.
Yeah, the old latte bush rangers gave them a little bit of a touch-up, so to speak. 3 votes, though. Sloan. 2 votes, T. Lynch. 1 vote, A. Keith. And the showdown medalist was actually Alex Keith. Which he did play fantastic.
He did.
But in the whole scheme of the game, I really thought the others took the chocolates home. And the Hurt Locker award for that game went to Sloan. So around 9, the heartbreaker that it was, which we should have won, but we actually came right back in it in that final quarter and ended up going down by 1 point to the old Brizzy Lions. 3 points went to B. Crouch. 2 votes went to Sloan, and 1 vote in there. We had a debate over this one, but we ended up agreeing on with metres gained and a few other little statistics. Yep. Brody Smith, little bubba. And the Hurt Locker award, it was a dual winner because Keith and Hardo...
The contest, Ellie.
They both got smacked pretty damn hard in that. Yeah, poleaxed. But they both deserved it for that game.
Both got smacked up the middle.
They did, got cleaned up.
Hardigan ended up with a cut and concussion. Keith was like, yeah, I'm fine.
I'll just get a bit of tape. So I don't break in half because I'm so tall. But that's about it. So shall we move on to today's game? Yes, we're doing a podcast.
Do you want to talk about Brisbane or not?
No, I thought we were actually the better team on the day and we should have won. We didn't play well. Well, what do you want to add about the game?
Our stoppage work was poor. It has been for the past.
It's when they get
last weeks and this week.
Get the ball on the outside, and then they get clean
because
entry into their forward 50.
Because I'm finding at the moment, Ali, we're like bees to a honeypot. We're all stuck around the same contests, and we don't have anyone on the outside. We don't have that balance.
I think I've got
too many going for the same ball.
2 words to answer that question for last week's game
and this.
2 words for last week's and this week's game. Matt Crouch. Would that be agreed?
Integral.
Yeah, I think that's... If Matt Crouch would have been playing, I'm extremely confident with being able to say, I haven't even brought him back into the team yet. It's all right, Ant and I are looking at our list of who can come back in. M. Crouch is definitely going to be on that list, and I don't care who I throw out to get him back in there.
No, he's got to come back in because he offers defensive pressure as well. And
absolutely,
I think
that in the face. Brad got plenty of it tonight.
He was on from there.
He was great, but we missed that.
Great.
Yeah.
Brad's... Because I think if...
Matt Crouch, we would have.
I think we would have beaten
Brisbane
last week.
Oh, absolutely. No, that's one I'm actually quite confident in saying yes.
This week.
I know it's hard enough to say that, though. Let's be honest. Like, we're hypothetically, but, you know. But we've got a few different things to look at. We'll do our 3-2-1 from the game. The ins and the changes. We had 2 late changes for the game. We'll do our Pass the Salt segment. Had a beautiful one come up today, which... Thank you very much, Anthony. We're going to go into there. A new segment we'll just call the Cows Beef. And we'll just go on about something we can have a whinge about in there, basically.
We like that.
We've got a sidebar this week. Yep, damn right we do. Death Riding Carlton.
Death Ride.
The edition. We continue
Hashtag
that.
Death Ride.
And we'll have a look at our injuries, potential ins and outs, and also the game coming up against the Demons in Darwin.
In Darwin at TIO Stadium. Is it
Yes.
called
TIO.
still?
One of the two.
One of the two.
Got a T in there. It's got an I, it's got an O.
It's got a T, an I, and an O.
That's it. Oh, you're so good at English. So.
Oh, so.
Okay, let's get into the game. Let's have a look at our notes here.
Off.
Yep. Sloane was tagged early in the game. Indigenous round.
Hutchings. Indigenous round, yes.
Indigenous round. Love our Guernsey this year.
Great Guernsey. Once again, I think the Crows always set a high standard.
Yeah. Bungie got the headdress on the back of it, of his tat
Him and his brother.
Yep, that looked fabulous.
Jonathan? Is it Jonathan?
Oh, that part. No, Jock. No, is that his dad? No, I think Jock's his dad.
Fact checking by two
fact checking. Right over, we're all over it. All over it. Like me on that lasagna they
It's
brought
Derek.
over.
I don't know. What's his name?
Derek. Let's just call him Simon. Let's call him JJ. Okay, let's have a look here. Okay, my notes. Pardon me. Still got influenza.
Still
Sloan got
contagious.
tanked. It's sloppy quarter. First quarter was pretty sloppy.
No, it was.
And I was getting pretty nervous. We're getting in each other's way in the centre bounce. Like you said, bees to a honeypot.
Bees to a honeypot.
The bees to a honeypot like
They were
that.
just all wanting to go for the same ball.
Bees don't really go to a honeypot. Isn't that ants to a honeypot or fly to your nose or something? I don't know.
Ants.
But we weren't using the ball effectively. We're doing dump kicks, going backwards and sideways. We're doing that crab movement to get out of defence.
And it gets us nowhere.
Yep.
And then that allows the opposition's defence to set up down the ground.
West Coast got their uncontested marking game in. We got skunned a few times out the back. Actually, that didn't...
Too easy. Because our forwards were up too high.
Yeah, we got sucked up into the contest. So, that wasn't good. We needed to push up on them. Crouch was probably best for that quarter,
Because
I thought.
it's a little bit like Hawthorn. I think they play a similar brand to Hawthorn in their glory days.
Yep.
Whereas if you give them uncontested marks, if you don't...
They control the game.
They control the game. You can't get the ball off them. They monopolise the game and we're not able to
But why can't we do something similar
back.
is my question. Why can't we control possession where we just seem to
We
look
seem
like we
to
get
rush.
hemmed in? Or
We rush
they
our
man up
possessions,
and
Ellie.
our people can't outmark the others. They've got some good markers in there and I thought we have too. Like Cam did a pretty good
but
job
I
marking
think
the ball and
with
Hughes.
this new rule and I guess where this game's going, I don't know where the game's heading. I'm quite bored with the game, but that's a totally different discussion.
Yeah.
But I'm finding that if you don't have an outlet uncontested marker in the team, you're screwed.
Okay.
Because I find if you have a contested marker in the team, it really opens the game up. You're able to
You need
find
a couple,
that next
though. You
kick.
need more than one.
Correct.
And it's
But
usually down the
particularly
wing.
down the line.
Yeah. I wholeheartedly agree there.
And that
Second quarter, though, I was going to say also Miller's goal when it got denied when Tex had a free for Shepherding, which was a crap decision. Mind you, we got
I
it
see
back
that
later.
every day though.
Yeah, I know.
I see that most
But
games.
not
Ellie.
paid.
Not
They don't usually
paid.
get paid. No.
Never seen it paid.
No. So there were some weird decisions. I just
It
wanted
was Stevick and
consistency.
Stevens.
Consistency. If you're going to pay one thing, pay it for both
Ellie.
teams.
The AFL don't know what consistency is.
No, true.
They
that.
make rules up on the fly.
Well, second quarter, though, I actually got a bit of a smile on my face. I looked like that when you brought that tray of lasagna over, my eyes lit up and rolled back and the old smile came back. 5 goals to zip quarter, got out. 7
We
points
held them
down to
scoreless for
28
25 minutes.
points. It's perfect. Brad Miller went forward. That was a master stroke. Miller ended up with, I thought it was only
3.
2, but they were saying he's
3.
got 3. And I'm like, damn.
Hot damn.
I thought that was pretty good. Hot damn! I've got to get that in there. Cameron Sharman, I thought he really lifted in that quarter.
Well, he
I
kicked
thought
it.
he was really good. Hang on a
First-
minute. Hang on.
Ooh.
There we go. Damn. Hot damn. Atkins finally got himself into the game because we complained about him in the first
He's a
quarter.
confidence player, isn't he?
And he got that goal. Beautiful goal. Cedo. What about that?
Did he kick a goal, Atkins?
Yeah. And, I'll just say he did. I say it with confidence and you'll believe it. What about Cedo, though? Sold a bit of candy. Ran in on the 50
Oh,
and
yes,
planted
that was
it through.
nice.
So that was when I welcomed back Seaton to the team too. And I thought that was pretty good.
No,
That's one thing we haven't talked about. We'll get to half time, we'll talk
Siege
about the
goes
ins and
alright.
outs and everything. Miller forward was a big tick. Then the second half of the game started.
Oh,
and
yes. Let's
my
just
notes,
talk about the...
my notes trail off from there. Because It was third quarter was an opportunity miss for us. Would you say that's fair?
For sure, we
kicking bad football.
Yeah, and gave away some really undisciplined frees. I felt. Particularly Talia also not hitting the kick appropriately and turning the ball over and resulted in a goal. And
that's not blaming it all on
That
Charles.
gave the opposition a bit of a sniff.
Yeah.
And
it's like me and my hammy. Lots of sniffs going around. Choking on my... Oh.
On your IA.
Oh, yeah, my IA. On my influenza A. Oh, man. Oh, God, he snorted. That's it. That's it, Fran. Put your drink down, son. You only had a beer, two beers.
Don't tell the... cops that, please. I don't want them coming to the HQ and
they'll be coming to rescue you. The thing that annoyed me, I think Sloan was really good in the third quarter. He kept trying his guts out. Would that be fair?
Oh, for sure. And he was tagged in the first quarter by Hutchings,
but
and then they rolled the tagger over.
inconsistency of the umpiring, of especially holding the ball decisions.
Yeah. What's holding the ball? What is prior opportunity?
I don't know, because they had somewhere we'd get pinged for little or no. And I'm like, okay, if that's the benchmark, if that's the benchmark, fine.
Be consistent.
Were they? No.
We'd get pinged for stomping on a blade of grass, Sally. Oh, but it was typical of the umpire. I don't want to sit here and umpire bash. But,
I will.
But from round to round, I don't know who's up and who's paying the rent
and who's living there for free.
Yeah.
It's. I'm confused. I was actually really confused. There was some blatant
you were
holding
getting
balls.
quite aggro.
I did.
You were really banging the chair.
I know. I got a little bit upset, a little bit angry.
Beep,
my conversation during the final quarter had a lot of this in it.
Yeah.
And then then you. Yeah, so
and
it's a bit like...
I was calling the umpires green maggots.
Things like that, yeah. So we had a bit of that in play.
But it was in our own...
And in the back, there were some things when we brought the ball forward, a lot of it was in our own head too. The way we brought the ball into the
delivery
forward 50...
going inside 50 was poor.
Rubbish again. No, it wasn't poor, it was rubbish. This whole just bombing up as high as you can when we're not... You said about needing someone that can take a contested mark down the line. How about someone that can take a contested mark in the forward line? No, seriously. Where has that been in our game?
Don't have it at the moment.
No. We haven't. And I mean...
McGovern used to take some great marks.
Yeah, but he couldn't do much with it.
No.
Exactly. So we need someone that... I think that's someone we need to be looking for. I'm hoping someone that's coming up through the ranks can really, like a McAdam, and some of them can really take... Fog, yeah. Actually, yeah, Fog.
That's a question I'm going to pose to you later.
Can take a good contested grab. Now, when do we start looking at bringing these guys in? He's been playing down back, so we need him back
but
forward.
He played forward last week, and he looked really good in that position. So
I think they just gave him some time down back.
That's his position forward, as far as I'm concerned.
And I reckon then he can play up the ground. Come out of the 50, leave your Tex or someone right back.
I think we need to stay at home forward, honestly, because if you get a fast break, and it happened a bit today where we did have a fast break.
You need someone that can sprint quickly.
But we had no one...
You need someone that can... Dare I say, Anthony, you need someone that can handle a few Joe the Gooses over the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. I think his time has come.
Had no representation.
Oh, God. Ant said we had no representation. Once he said about it.
I'm Thesaurus before.
Oh, jeez. You're Thesaurus. I was Thesaurus from listening to you. Okay, so let's have a look, though. We had some talking about the game, and in the end, it was just sad. I got very sad by the end of the game.
We were angry eating, weren't we?
Yeah, we were angry eating. Never eat a hot lasagna angry eating at the end of the game. Not good.
No.
Burn your lips, burn the back of your throat. It's not good. Okay, the ends were Miller for Gibbs.
Yes.
That was a win.
That was a win.
Yep.
Miller was silky. What one of our listeners? It was like Pantene.
Pantene, yes. He said he was like Pantene, so I'm going to call him the Pantene Iguana. That's what he is.
Like that.
Now, obviously, he wasn't at his complete best, but if he contributed with 3 goals and some good movement up forward, he needs some fitness in there. So
who's that?
Miller.
Yes.
Remember, he's been out for a while.
But he was good forward. I thought he was the game changer in the second quarter.
Absolutely. So he was for Gibbs. Now, there's all the contentious stuff about Gibbs, but he had some stats, but what he did with the ball and what he did do when he had the ball, what he did do when he didn't have the ball.
But it was for a half too.
Yeah, but there were things he wasn't doing off the ball that were the dead giveaways to me. And what I find fascinating, because of the Gibbs fear at the moment, is the commentators during the Brisbane game were giving him a crack. You know what I mean? Here and there they were cracking him for not going harder at the contest or the follow-up and stuff like that, like the two-way running.
The two-way running.
But then as soon as he got dropped, it's like he's a favourite for the Brownlow medal.
Oh, it's pathetic how
they're turning on him. And I'm like, well, Gibbs would know. Like Pike said, Gibbs knows. He's doing some things good. He's a great player.
There's a lot of conjecture there, I think.
There's a lot of stuff
that's not...
He's not doing, I think, behind the scenes, which are part of the Crows...
trademarks.
Yeah, trademarks, yeah. I think that's fair. So, I think Miller in for him at the moment. That's a win. But I want Miller in the team at any time. You know that.
Absolutely.
Now, we had...
when
Paul
he plays like that.
Lynch, heard he's had a bit of a hamstring awareness, shall we say?
Yes, we'll say awareness.
A bit of an awareness of his hammy.
Yes, he was a late out yesterday.
Yes, and they brought in Seedsman, another very underdone player.
He was an emergency.
He was an emergency, but he came in. I put him as a break-even.
Break-even.
Got a goal. Faded in out of the game, but Tom Lynch is only his last 1 or 2 games have been his best.
He's only come good. Yeah.
So I say that one's a break-even.
That's reasonable.
Well, would that be fair?
I think so.
And the last one, D-Mac. Got the old flu or something, illness, dysentery.
Champion Data's most improved player, Ali.
Champion Data's most improved player. Take that, D-Mac haters. Crack. Get onto it, Ant. Now, D-Mac and Niter came in for him. 2 different roles.
Very different roles.
But, I love Riley, but...
No, Riley...
I put that as a...
What's happened to his running ability?
I don't know. He just seems slow to the contest and... It's like he's running in treacle. We had a few players that looked like they were running in treacle.
Oh, yes, particularly that first quarter. They look like they're on the treadmill, but we're going nowhere.
But I would say, as hard as this is, that's a cross.
Nah, that's a big fat cross for mine.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Boogie. We love you, but no considerable impact on the game.
No.
Whatsoever.
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I think the fitness department needs a bit of review.
Oh, I think so, because
But that's post year. That's the post.
But surely that shouldn't stop players from running quickly, or is it how they're building up their muscles? I don't know.
I don't know that.
Yeah, they need to look at that, or we need to inject a hell of a lot more speed into our teams. Would that be fair?
Yeah.
Yep.
What's that Don Pike quote?
What's Don Pike quote?
Second half, we lost control of the game around the clearance.
Yep.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
See what Don Pike had to say after the...
Yeah, we can do that. Look at that. So should we go in for our votes, though?
Yep.
So for 3 votes, and I think this player put in...
He tried his damn hardest.
He put his head over the ball. He got smashed and in the back and no free kicks given for most of them. Rory Sloane. He did his... If he could have kicked the winning goal...
Got a stinger to the shoulder. Didn't get a free kick.
He got landed on in the back as well.
Sorry.
Not even. You nearly said...
You
nearly had to get out the old... we had to get that out for Ant, but we won't.
Yeah.
2 votes. Now we went back and forward on this for about 10 times.
3 changes here.
Yeah, so 2 and 1 was pretty tough there, but
no,
I thought
he was consistent.
Brad was very consistent throughout the game, and we've gone for Brad Crouch for 2 votes.
Yeah.
And for 1 vote...
Even Miller can come in there for an honourable mention.
Absolutely. For 1 vote, which 2 and 1, this is one we got tied with Camillus Yeoman. Having his breakout year, isn't he?
No, he's in a contract year, that's why.
Yeah, we just got to do year-by-year contracts.
No,
David
sometimes
McKay,
you need those sort of players.
1-year contracts. Now, I think if he keeps playing the way he is...
sort of stuff for the players because, they get complacent otherwise.
Yep, some do. For the Hurt Locker Award for this game, is there any particular event? No, this player got, as previously mentioned, smashed from pillar to post and got up, reloaded, and went again to the next contest. Got smashed, got up, or laid down for a little bit for a breather, got up, went to the next contest, got smashed, laid down, etc. Rory Sloane, Hurt Locker. He's still running
leading our Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker.
Hurt Locker.
Oh, that sounds painful. Don't know if I want to come across one of them. Oh, I need a drink after that one.
Have your Ribena.
Good old Ribena. Yeah, it is Ribena.
What's your bowels moving?
Oh, will it? Thank you for sharing that. I'm glad you brought that up.
Prudent, isn't it?
No, it's blackcurrant.
Oh, okay.
It's probably more like sugar water.
Probably.
But after how crook I've been, I need a little bit.
No, you need a bit of
something to keep me up and going.
Electrolytes.
Yeah, I do. Thank you for mentioning that. Anything else you want to talk about with the game? It's pretty crap. It's probably the quickest we've ever gone through a game.
Don Pike needs to spend more time on the bench rather than... He's spending more time up in the box again,
No.
Piney. Yes.
He spends the first 10 minutes up in the box and he comes down
No,
to the
he
bench.
needs to spend...
No,
he was back up there.
Well, it got bloody cold. Got cold. Sitting on the
It'll be cold on the bench.
Yeah.
He's got to warm
But he sat there and goes, oh, this is no good. Oh, it's not a better view from here. Maybe he wanted to see how they were moving the ball.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Potentially.
Got what he wanted.
Probably.
But what could he say to the players? Going to clip them around the ears?
Pull your finger out.
Yeah.
No, execution.
And Rory Laird went off for a
Over
bit
the ground,
with his
Ali.
ankle or his knee.
Yeah, knee, I reckon. Over the ground, the execution was poor.
We rushed a lot of things.
Rush kick.
Dump
High
kicks.
bombs.
Yep, high. Oh, you know how much I don't like high kicks. We need to lower the eyes. How many times have we said this? Lower the eyes.
Methodically.
Lower the eyes and look for a player. Yeah. And trust the player to actually take the mark.
To hit the kick.
That's the other one.
Because at the moment there's no patient build up at the moment.
We do, and then all of a sudden we rush it to a contest. Or we kick it to 3-on-1.
A system needs to be...
And the 3 is the oppo.
Life's...
I don't know. We've been playing really well. We've been getting over the line in tough games. Like, let's face it.
Contested
Freo
tough
was
game.
tough and contested. Showdown, tough and contested.
But we
Brisbane,
made it like that.
Tough and contested. This one...
No, we played
into
into West Coast hands a bit, I felt.
I think
we got caught up in their...
Pikester has a plan B, right? We
Absolutely.
executed it especially
quarter 2.
In quarter 2, in the second quarter, or quarter 2 according to Sir Anthony. But then we need another one because then the opposition coaches adjust. So we need another way of changing up the game, like our style and how we play, to get it back onto our terms.
Yeah.
That's what I'm finding
But
the
is
Crows
it probably
are missing
being
at the moment.
harder for longer than the opposition? Because...
Viagra, I suppose, would work for that. Sorry, you opened the door, I just merely walked through it.
Being harder for longer, and I think clearly they can do it, but they're not being consistent in doing it.
Yeah, I think when something goes against them, then
they drop their bundle, and that pisses me off.
Yeah,
when they do drop their bundle, it's a confidence thing, and it really frustrates me. Like, be better than the opposition, be better than the umpires. Just be willing. Get on with it.
Rory Sloane stole it. Wouldn't he epitomise it?
Yeah.
Just get on with it.
Just get on with it.
He gets angry, but then he uses
like Talia,
that
he loses confidence, I reckon.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
Very much so. But anywho, shall we... Anything else you want to bring up about the game? Apart from it sucked and it hurt?
I just need to ask you another question about our defence. I feel as though that when it's time to go quick, we opt to go slow.
We had such slow ball movement out of there. Or,
what
but
about
did they
when we were
not
yelling,
have...
Go! And
we could see clear players. And they take that 2 or 3 seconds and then they're manned up.
But they go back
and they
off
kick
the
to
mark.
that same player they could have kicked to before, but now they've at a contest. Does that make sense?
It's bizarre.
There's a player free. You can see they can see them. They're looking for another option. By that time, that player's covered, so then they go back and kick to that player.
In hitting the kick?
No, maybe someone's supposed to be somewhere else. But poor little Jake Kelly, actually, he's been playing well, but he did it tonight
Today,
horribly.
he did it a number of times.
He stopped and held when there was an opportunity to go forward.
He could have gone up the ground, straight through the guts.
And we really missed Tom Lynch's connectability, I thought.
Yes.
Would that be fair?
The plug was out, Ali.
The plug was out. and I have been smacking Tom Lynch, but his last couple of games have been pretty good.
He's come on well.
Exactly. So, but that
since
part
he got over that illness, he's been on
cracking in. Okay, so we'll move on to our next segment.
Yeah.
Really interesting one, this one. This one's broke today. I knew nothing about it. Ant was trying to fill me in. He was getting the polyfiller to fill in the cracks of my story that was missing. But our pass assault today is the story of Brad Scott and David King.
I had to keep you up to date.
You did. Now, it isn't the fact that Brad Scott has stepped down as North Melbourne's coach. That's not, and he's not salty over that.
No, because he felt it was the right thing for the football club.
Yeah.
And it was an amicable.
Yeah, he felt it was the right thing as they got behind him and pushed him.
True. That's true.
Yeah.
They put the knives in his back.
I think there was a lot of media pressure, which come from one person from North Melbourne that has Been smacking him from pillar to post.
North Melbourne great.
Oh,
would you call him a great? I don't think he's a great.
He's a former North Melbourne player. David King. David King. And I don't have a lot of love for him. We've got to be salty over his comments.
We do get a bit salty.
But I think there were some things that Brad Scott said in his presser that were quite good. Just because someone's played the game does not mean they give some unique insight that someone else can't give.
Correct.
Just because they're a player, that doesn't mean whatever they say is true.
True.
Yeah. So the salt here would actually go towards David King, not Brad Scott. And you know I love passing the salt to Brad because, you know.
Yes.
In this case, I'll back him in. Does that make sense?
Yeah, back him in.
Yeah. Now, if anyone's watched it, because they talked about a time when Brad was playing for Brisbane and he ran through David King.
Put a shoulder into
him, must have laid him out, and he's never spoken or come back at him since. And he said he didn't come back then, don't expect him to now. And he had a good kick. It's his only chance to really say anything back. But my favourite part, Anthony, and we sat here and watched it and rewatched it just so we could get the wording.
You had to do some lip syncing.
We had to do some lip reading here. And between the three of us, we think we've got it down pat. I reckon 90%
and
sure.
our audience as well.
We've got it sussed. Now, what it was Brad Scott running on it, I don't know, during one of the quarters during the game.
It would have been quarter time break, maybe?
Yeah, one of the quarter time breaks. You know, you've got couple of them.
Yep.
And David King was there. And watch the footage because it is awesome. You can see Brad Scott. He is so tempted to drop the right shoulder. He braced. And he so badly wanted to run into David King. And I've never rooted for Brad Scott more in my entire life to actually do it.
Would have been fun to watch, actually.
It would have been fabulous. He would have been banned from everything. But no. The best part about he didn't quite hit him, but you could see the aggression.
The aggression was there.
But it was what he said as he went past, which was the best part.
The theatre of it all.
The theatre of it all. Now, obviously, I can't say exactly what was said because there is some language that may be inappropriate. There's some explicit language, but I've got a censor button here. Ready?
Yeah.
So I'm going to use that. So it was, "You're a piece of work. You." Should I repeat that? So he went, "You're a piece of work, you..."
It's pretty aggressive, isn't it?
It was, but I thought it was hilarious at the same time.
It was good to watch.
It was good to watch. So if you go to watch it, they do tend to switch the footage out right before he gets to "You're a..." Because you can actually lip read. That was the first bit I picked out, and there's probably one word in there that's really not appropriate.
No, see you next Tuesday.
Yeah, we probably don't want to add that on here. Go for unlawful carnal knowledge, see you in the NT.
Yeah,
that's probably...
That's right.
Yeah, so, okay, we'll do it properly. It's got, "For unlawful carnal knowledge, you're a piece of work. For unlawful carnal knowledging, see you in the NT. Is that right?
That sounds right.
Yeah, going to the Northern Territory.
Yeah,
they go, see you in the NT, see you next Tuesday. And I would love to have sat and watched the outcome of that.
I reckon he would have got him good too. But
he deserves
Brad Scott right now has every right to defend his reputation.
Absolutely. Because they don't get to defend themselves at all.
No, not at all.
So David King...
Go and have some salt.
Go and have some salt, mate.
The shin bonus spirit that you talk about.
The shin bonus spirit's dead and gone.
I don't even know what those trademarks. I wonder what. I'd like to be inside that four walls actually to see what the trademarks are for shin bonus spirit because I don't know.
It's what they trot out when they're winning. If they win a close one. If they win a close one, the shin bonus spirit's got to cross the line. It's like Jackie Lambie's coming in here. We'll get to Jackie.
Shin bonus spirit.
Yeah, I know. Shall we move on? We've got a bit of a.
What about the
pass the salt? Should we move on to now? I'll call it a segment. A friend gave us this title actually at a wedding. Not Anthony and I's wedding. We didn't get married. But at my wedding, Ant was there, cheering on, ripping up the dance floor. He had to put it back because he got in trouble for destroying property. But, we can pass on with that.
It's still in shreds, I think.
Yeah, I think it is after all the dancing we did. The cow's beef. Do you like that?
Moo.
Thank you. Moo. Thank you, Andrew, for that one. The cow's beef. So the cow's beef is anything that we're aggrieved with or we find egregious.
Yeah, you've got umbrage with.
I've got umbrage. I could use that with Brad Scott. He had umbrage with David King. Why didn't I think of that, Anthony?
Umbrage.
Oh, I'm so mad that I could just... And I forgot to use umbrage. Umbrage. Thank you. I wish I'd come up with that. Thank you. So my cow's beef today. It's tonight while we're recording, but you listen to this tomorrow. One of my favourites.
Tomorrow as in Sunday. Saturday. Sunday. Sunday.
Anthony doesn't actually know where he is. It's okay. He's been drinking. Brian Boxhead Taylor, because I can say his name.
His days are numbered.
Nah, they'll promote him. They promote incompetence. Friday night game, big game, Sydney versus Collingwood.
At the SCG.
SCG, it's all happening. BT makes a call, refers to Alir as Majak Door in Indigenous round, if you don't mind. Doesn't matter whether it's Indigenous round or not, let's face it. But no. BT, you're a wanker. Like, seriously, how can you confuse that? How can you confuse that?
Oh, I don't know, Ali.
Like, seriously, it shows his bias and his tendencies for the things he's said over the years. Do you know what I mean? The homophobic remarks he's made, the racist remarks he's made, and they all just sort of try and put it under the banner of banter or...
It's not banter.
You can't pronounce someone's name and then he goes, oh, that's just an Australian version of it. And I'm like, mate, it's not. You're just trying to cover your tracks.
Yeah.
They're trying to promote him as the next bloody McAvaney, and I'm like, he's not even good enough to pick up Bruce McAvaney's skittered jocks. That's how bad he is. He's not even that good a caller.
See, no, you're
He tries to be Rex Hunt, but he hasn't even got the verbuousness of Rexy Hunt. Or Rex Hunt is actually intelligent enough to come up with some funny lines and taglines. He just tries to make them up.
For the rabbits.
Absolutely, the fat lady singing, all that type of stuff.
That's right.
But he puts them in there and he made them his own, whereas BT's trying to force them on people. You just look like an idiot sometimes, BT.
Come up with your own content, you flog.
I don't call everyone a flog. But
tonight I am, alright?
Okay, fair enough. But really, mate, you've got to get onto that and actually learn paper names and show some respect. Just because if you don't like a certain team, you know what? It doesn't matter. Be impartial. Don't be biased.
Be a neutral caller.
Exactly. And like players that don't exist outside, I don't know, Victoria. And learn something about the teams. Because you can hear when they're not interested in the game.
Oh.
Do you know what I mean?
And they come up with their own, they start talking about themselves.
Which I think that's actually been better this year. No,
last night they were going on about
oh God,
Jimmy Bartell's Brownlow.
Why?
And his Norm Smith. Like, it's about Sydney and Collingwood. It's nothing to do with Jimmy Bartell.
Yeah,
like they had a photo of Jimmy Bartell's back of his phone. And it's of him with his Brownlow. Was he
commentating?
Yeah.
Stop making it about you. Talk about the game. Make it about the players.
Game. It's about the game right there in front of you. The game that you've been paid to go and see.
Exactly.
And commentate. Do it.
Exactly. I agree.
Talk about that.
Bang.
Vlogs.
Should we move on to Sidebar?
Yep.
Okay, now, hang on. I need a drink here for this one. Anthony.
Ali.
Did you know the Two Crows, our efforts have had an impact on the Australian election results?
I tell you what, Two Crows has an impact on a lot of things these days, Ali.
Rightly or wrongly, Anthony, we have an impact Australia-wide. We've even gone over the seas, international. Well, Tasmania's international, isn't it? It's overseas.
It is, it's overseas. It's not part of Australia, it's not attached.
Tell you what. One of our favourites.
Oh,
I'm back, baby. Yeah, baby. Oh, that hurts the throat, baby. I'm back off Vegemite toast, baby. And I'm back on the gravy train, baby. Jackie Lambie's back in the Senate.
She's back in. No more Vegemite toast for her.
Yeah, baby. I'm back in Parliament, baby. You can't stop me now. She'll be banning on Vegemite.
Even if I've got to... Once you get booted out more.
Oh, I can't even remember. Dual citizenship. I live overseas, they forgot that part.
Come on in, Tasmania.
So Jackie got a seat, old ScoMo got in. Upset the old apple cart. But yeah, back on the gravy train, baby. So you can blame us, basically. I think we raised her popularity stakes.
Did. I think Tom may have voted for her.
Yeah, I think so. I think Tom might have. Bloody Mr. Jackson, I think, put a slip to vote in there too. Went overseas.
Our loyal listeners.
Yeah. Ate his Fritz sandwich along the way.
And his dent.
Oh, yeah. And he's
got his dent fixed.
Got his dent fixed, ate his little Fritz sandwich, and off he went. But anywho, we digress. So, yeah, Jackie Lambie, that was just a bit of sidebar. Just thought I'd bring that up.
Yeah.
Here's another topic for you, Anthony.
Yeah.
Just thinking.
Hashtag TwoCrowsS03Ep09.
Thank you very much. Death Riding Carlton.
Oh, yes, they're going perfect.
Swimmingly for us.
What are they, 1-8?
Yeah. Playing the Saints, though, could go either way.
No, I'm back on the Saints.
Saints. Suns were, what were
Saints.
they up to? They're playing the Saints. Sounds like you said the Suns. Sorry, I thought you were wrong there, Anthony, but I was mildly incorrect.
Yes, you were.
Let's have a look here. Cats currently, we're into the fourth quarter. Cats are by 8 points only over the Gold Coast Suns. Love to see that as an upset.
Yes, me too, down at Cardinia Park, or GMHBA Stadium.
GMHBA, what do I call it? MDMA Stadium, yeah. That would be the biggest win in the Suns' history if they could get a win down there.
Oh, for sure.
Absolutely.
What are they out by?
Go Gold Coast.
Go
Coast. Only because we wanted to get another winner.
What?
What the hell's that?
That's
Cavalry.
That's the trumpet they play at the Metricon Stadium.
He's making a symbol here. Looks like he's trying to light a bong more than anything. Probably what they're doing half the time. Anyway, back to Death Riding Carlton. One win. What we've got to hope for is they have a couple close games. Still lose, but have close games.
Yeah, honourable losses.
Honourable losses, so we can keep Bolton in a bit longer.
Because we've got to keep him in for as long as possible, because they're just going so well with him as coach.
Absolutely, and we back you in, Bolts. Back in, Bolts. B-I-B, back in, Bolts.
Back him in.
Yeah, back him in. Bound by Blue. That's their pulse, I think. Blue. There's not much beating going on down there. Well, there's a lot of beating, but it's usually about Silvani.
Oh, don't they beat him up? He's got a woody.
But anywho, have you seen Toy Story 4? Yeah, right all over it. Okay, did you like that? I know. Did you see how I segued to make it not look dirty?
Did.
I did. You've got to New Zealand now. Jeez, we're going all international, all out. Okay, let's have a look. Jeez, I'm motoring through this tonight. We must be depressed. Injuries, Crows injuries. Where are we at with them, Anthony?
Pretty good, actually, on the injury front.
Yeah.
Sam Jacobs should be back. I reckon
SAFL.
Have a shot in the sample and the Magoos.
But
Pikey appeared keen.
Oh, he seemed very keen.
His
so
eyes
keen, they almost rolled back. It was like mentioning if Duday could come back.
He's keen as mustard, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, depending on how Sauce comes back, like if he's had 8 weeks, it's the longest he's ever had off during the season. I reckon he'll get one game and then we'll see where he's at. Because Riley does need a break, probably. He'll be getting tired soon. So...
he's had a good go at it, though, Riley. Rob.
Really impressed.
I'm impressed.
Yep. Sauce will be in the Magoos.
Yes.
He'll start with run back in the Magoos. We've got Doogsy played his first game back in the Magoos. Syndesmosis. Give him another couple games. I think the way Don Pike said, I think they're really managing him.
Yeah,
so he's not 100%.
No.
Not at all. Who have we got? McPherson got through the game, which is beautiful.
Which is good.
Any other tests? I think everyone else has come up all right. Well, now it's going to be Tom Lynch will be a awareness test. Do you know what I mean?
McAdam's back.
Yep, McAdam's back. He had a quiet one.
Brown's back.
Let's face it, we beat Port Adelaide in the SANFL, gave them a bit of a touch-up. JJ kicked 6, didn't he?
6 goals,
yep.
So applied some good defensive pressure.
Yes, tackles, everything.
Tackles inside 50, which is nice. He had a rundown tackle too.
Oh, no, that was pretty cool. I was very happy with that.
Wasn't it?
So I said, we'll give credit where credit's due. I thought he may have come in this week.
Yeah, I thought so too. I reckon he might have been.
I don't know. Don't know what the plan was there.
We don't know.
But like Pikes has said in the presser that Himmelberg had one down game. He said JJ would want another chance. So they gave Berg a chance to respond. We'll talk about the ins and outs, but I think there's going to be some obvious ones there. So any other players coming back from injury?
I'm about to bring up the
David McKay from illness?
Yeah, illness. Tom Lynch with a hamstring now.
Awareness?
Yeah.
Okay, so shall we look into next week's game of potential ins and outs?
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Would you like to do that, Anthony?
Let's do that.
Okay.
Let's do it, baby.
So, yeah, baby. Let's have a look. I'm writing down here as we speak, people. So let's have a look at the players that potentially could come into the game. Ready?
Yep.
McKay.
Yes.
Lynch.
Yes.
Potentially.
Potentially, but I think you'll have another week.
I think you could be right. JJ?
Yes.
Anyone else pushing for selection? Matt Crouch.
Yep. I reckon McHenry.
Yeah, McHenry. Yeah, I really liked him. I love the way he scared Rory Sloane.
Oh, that was funny.
Sloane
He's got
had to
good
change his
energy,
underwear too.
Oh, wow.
I'd love to see his pressure like that in that game that we just played West Coast. That's the game I'd like to see him in. Yep.
Game on the line, I reckon he'd just pop up and do something.
Yep. So who else was in our emergency list?
He appears to be a big game player.
Who else was in our emergency list this week? One was Knight, wasn't it?
Knight, yes.
Yep. Doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know.
Doesn't matter. Okay, so let's look at this. Let's predict potential ins and outs this week.
So
I think
out.
Should we go outs? Himmelberg?
Himmelberg.
Yep.
The Big Easy.
The Big Easy. He needs a big break.
He needs a bit of a break.
He needs a little bit of a break.
Yeah.
Yep. I think Knight.
Yep, for sure. He's not doing a lot this year.
Yeah, I don't know what's up there.
He's not impacting.
Because if he's given a tag and well and great, but I'm not seeing him get to the player. We were second to the ball often.
No, he was very much second to the ball for most of the game.
So anyone else that we would change? Who do you think's on thin ice? So they're your red lights. Who's
on thin ice? Atkins.
Okay, I'm surprised there. Kelly.
Not
quite. Give him another game.
Give him another game.
Yep. Who else is on thin ice? Well, Fogg's another player we could talk about.
Fogg, that's I want to talk about him. I'm worried about his development.
No, they're just... Oh, cat's having a bit of a sneeze in the background there. Must have the old cat flu. Sure ain't the bird flu.
IA.
Yeah, IA. He's got another one down. IA or IB. Okay, so who comes back in? I think JJ for Berg. JJ for Berg, yes?
Yes.
How's Jones tracking?
No, you got to keep him in, man.
Yeah.
Keep him in.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So JJ for Berg, Matt Crouch for Knight.
Yes. Surely he's back this week, Crouch.
Yeah, I reckon. They'll be desperate to get him in. Now, here's the hard part. If Lynch and McKay pull up okay, did you see how I rhymed that?
Yes, that was nice. Bit of
who
there.
The hell comes out for them?
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, that's exactly it. Okay.
Atkins.
For McKay?
For McKay.
Oh, that's a bit of a tough call. Okay, I'll hold you to it. I know, it's just...
I talk about Gibbs, and I don't think...
Well, see, Gibbs, we haven't even talked about him yet, but I gather he's going to need...
he needs another... He
needs some SANFL
As Don
form.
Pike said, he needs to show things on a consistent basis.
Well,
he said it's not just doing it for 5 weeks.
But there was no game this weekend, so it doesn't really give him a chance to show.
No, but he needs to...
Training and everything else.
I think it's a training thing.
That's interesting. I think
there's a lot going on there.
Yeah, you keep saying that. There must be something else going on in the background.
I reckon there is.
Or what I'm thinking is his back problem has given him a bit of fear.
Might not.
No, his back problem's given him a bit of fear because sometimes he doesn't
a bit of self-confidence.
bend over to get the ball.
Yeah, he does actually.
And whether he's bracing, because if anyone's had a bad back, you know how much that hurts.
Well, the fact that he's had back spasms a lot this year.
So that can come from the legs, it can come from the spine, it can come from a multitude of areas, but that's something they need to sort out. Yeah. And maybe he was sore at the end of the game, but that wasn't the reason they dropped him. But if he's not putting his body on the line, if he's not doing a Rory Sloane...
that's right.
Do you know what I mean?
That's
Compare
right.
him to Rory, Matt and Brad, that's what I do.
Oh, hard.
And even Cam, and even to Hugh Greenwood. That's the level I expect him to be at.
Line. Yeah, they get into the contest.
He's more an outside, get the ball outside type of person.
But surely when we went and got him, that's what...
But he's just not playing to that level. We know he can play well. We know he can kick goals.
Maybe he needs another pre-season.
Nah, surely we've decarltonised him. He was in fourth in our best and fairest last year. I mean, you and I could have gotten the top 10 last year, but...
We could have won it, you and I.
Yeah, we could have combined our talents of football.
Our forces and
I reckon we could have used our forces for good instead of evil. We would have been a Monty to bloody take out the gold jacket. You're taking it a bit far now, Ant.
Oh.
Too far.
All right, we'll just say the club champion for the
Athletic that'd be fine,
club.
yes. So, who comes out...
I got a bit excited there,
Yeah,
right?
I think you did.
I was just thought we'd...
Who comes in for Lynch? Who comes out for Lynch? Is there anyone else? You said Jones for Lynch.
No, I did.
You changed your mind now.
Yeah, I think we need to keep him in.
Oh.
Gallucci?
Geelong one.
He's not doing a lot.
But is he one that they're up by 16 now. Is he one that's...
What's he doing?
Yeah, he's got good... he does a couple good things and then he disappears. But is he a player like Jones we have to leave in?
Yeah, I think so.
Like we did with Millerer. So otherwise Lynch and Gooch...
Can we bring in Paholke?
No.
Thought I'd go there.
Yeah, don't. I wouldn't be surprised if Kelly's...
You reckon he's on ice?
Mm-hmm.
I'm riding.
Well, he's not on ice, thin ice, but not
Thin
on ice.
Yeah, not
because he'd have like crazy eyes and been running around like a madman.
Scabs and...
Yeah, everything else. So we sorted that.
Yeah, we've sorted that. Yeah.
We'll see what happens during the week, and we'll tweet out any changes for that. So
as we do on hashtag at @2CrowsS03Ep09 podcast.
Yeah, hashtag it out. Will we be banishing the Demons in Darwin? What do we need to beat?
Oh, put their defence under pressure.
Bang. And
midfield pressure and good delivery inside 50 to put their defenders under pressure because Frost, I think, is a
not much
bozo and Hoare.
Will Lever be back?
I reckon he needs another game.
Will they pull the lever?
Oh, they probably
BT
will. BT.
Don't just before you say something you regret.
BT's commentating that.
Oh, I don't know if I could listen to it.
Seriously. Lever, you know how he does that?
No, I don't. He'll be on my cow's beef again. Hit me on the cow's beef.
Oh, that one was a...
that was deep and guttural. So anything else? Simon Goodwin had that bit of a fainting fit.
Yeah, he's a bit giddy. What's he on?
I don't know. Thin ice. But
weird.
he said he's fine. Well, he could have had the start of a flu. Seriously. Could be anything like that comes up with it. Let's hope that DMAC, if he got pulled out due to illness, that it was something mild like dysentery and not IA or IB.
Yeah, that's right. Hopefully it's a bit of gastro or something from his kids.
Something simple. Something simple.
Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah, DMAC, just get back in there. Cause
come on, we need you to hit that button too. The go button.
Find the activator button on the page and we'll be good to go. So, can we beat the Demons in Darwin?
Yeah, we can.
Yep. Will we?
Yes.
If Matt Crouch is back, I put the money on.
I put the money on us to win that and get the 4 points and get our season back on track.
Beautiful. And currently,
it's over. But
yeah. I did make a bold statement today, Anthony.
I agree with you.
Ant made big calls. I didn't make big calls, but I made a bold statement, which is probably the same thing reworded. That if we didn't win today, we couldn't do damage.
Put your bum on the line.
I did. No splinters or nothing sitting on the fence here.
Good. No prickles.
But no prickles. If we didn't win today, I did say that I'm not saying that we won't play finals, but I'm saying we
won't make top 4.
I'm just saying we won't make a dent. We won't be able to put a big dent in the final series.
Next year.
I want it to be this year. You promised me this year. You were up and about. You said premierships. He used the words.
I said it.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I had a really good feeling.
You were like St Kilda saying playing finals. Bang. That's it.
And Western Bulldogs winning the flag in 2016. Who thought of that? But
yeah, don't try and even, Anthony, because you picked them to be a big mover this year.
No, this is their build year.
Nah, you're just lying. It's full of lies. You're a liar, Anthony.
This is
a dirty, rotten liar.
This is their build year for the Bulldogs, I reckon. They need another key forward for the Bullies.
Now, Poor Mark, we have a fantasy freak show. Normally we bring that on.
Has he submitted anything?
How can we? It's only like 2 hours after the game.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Mark, Funky Bunch. Hashtag get onto that fantasy feed. Mark_ham.
Hashtag
01, something like that.
Oh, you know
hashtag West. Oh, sorry, Mark. We'll have to do it, or I'll insert it at another time, and just put it out as a little separate thing there. So, apologies for the last month. We've actually just had a lot of stuff going on.
We've had to take a bit of a
hiatus. But we're back, baby. Yeah, baby. We're back, baby.
Had to take some annual leave from Two Crows Footy.
We did.
Hashtag Two Crows Footy.
But should we wrap it up tonight?
Hashtag Two Crows Footy. Hashtag Pass the Salt was getting a plug at the wedding, by the way.
It did it? Oh, nice.
I got the girls to sign up and subscribe.
Oh, good. Get it happening. Get it.
And rate us.
Even Port supporters. Even Port supporters were following us now.
They are.
Oh, Latte Bushrangers. We should smack them like we used to. Because
actually, you need to rate us. We need to get our score up to 5, not 4.5.
Give us good ratings, and we'll be your friends forever.
Correct.
Hashtag it out.
Because we like reading the reviews. Hashtag.
Yes. And we like feedback, we like questions, and we haven't forgotten you, Tom. We had some people asking, I had a topic of injuries versus surgery, but tonight's probably not the night to do it.
No.
The mid-season draft, so we've got Tom Lynch with his ACL, so we will
they
actually
say the
be doing
Noble
that.
boys, yeah?
Well,
is that all
they're just picking SA boys, and they're thinking David Noble, you know how the media put 2 and 2 together and get 2,900 and get 119. And the contract status, this from Luke actually, the questions was about who we think. Just someone that's asking us questions, don't you worry about that. And just about contracts and who should get one, will we keep them, will we lose them at the end of the year?
No, I think it's a bit of a cull again. But there's 2 items we have to keep, Keith and Greenwood.
Oh, I think that's very good. Gooch is also coming up after contract, so we'll see what happens all there with the end of it. But we'll go through the list at a later date. Is there any point us going through? We usually do our tips for next week. Should we have a look and just
I tipped the Pies.
No, next week. No, not this week. This week's...
Next week, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, we'll go round 11 really quickly.
I don't even know who's winning the tips. I think you are still.
I think let's just say I am, and that's all you need to know.
That's all that matters.
Okay, ready. Here we go. First game, Friday, 31st of May. North Melbourne versus Richmond Tigers at Marvel Stadium.
North Melbourne, because they got a new coach.
Oh, that is actually true. Would they win 2 in a row, though?
I think Reece Shaw's the coach.
Go Tigers.
Yeah, I'm going Tigers too.
Next game, Saturday the 1st of June at the MSCG, Menakika goal at Collingwood versus Freo. I reckon it's
Freo.
Freo? Are they the ones that play well against the Pies?
No.
No, there is one team that plays well against them.
We'll have a look at the form guide.
I mean against each other. Previous meetings.
No, I think you're talking about
There's one weird one.
Geelong and Pies.
No, it's one that's like a weird team combo. But anyway, I'll go
Freo
Pies.
used to have a good record over Richmond.
Oh, is that what it was? Maybe it's that. But
Pies, I'm going Pies.
Pies over Dockers. Next, we've got at the GIA Stadium at the Giants versus Suns. I'm going to go Giants.
Yeah.
Cats versus Swans at the MDMA Stadium.
Oh, Cats.
Yeah.
They're going to win the minor premiership, aren't they?
Yeah, but then they'll get knocked out.
But they'll do nothing with it.
At the Gabba, Brisbane versus Hawks. Hawks coming off a magnificent win over the old Latte Bush Rangers.
I'm going Lions if it's at the Gabba.
Yeah, I think they've got a bit of confidence. Melbourne versus Crows. I'm actually going to pick us.
Yeah, I'm going us. Confidently.
Oh, damn. Saints versus the old Lattes. I think the Lattes will take that.
That's at China.
AAJS.
Yeah, the Adelaide Arena.
Oh, God, that's so sad.
I'm going Saints, Ali.
Isn't that the guy that they had him on their side and his name's something Wong? That was his last name, Mr. Wong.
Or win one soon. Do
you reckon Port will win that?
Lattes?
I think they always pick a dud team over there. I would love the Saints to win.
I think I'm going the Saints. Because they've got Intel. Brendan Lade. But it's probably minuscule.
I'll go Port.
Oh, God. How could you?
Because they get the rub of the green over there. Next, Essendon versus Carlton. Oh, jeez. It's not as easy as it thought. I'm going Essendon.
Because they can beat Essendon for some reason. The hashtag
Essendon.
Death Ride Carlton.
Essendon.
Bombers?
Yep.
Bombers because they're losing tonight.
Yep.
And they do that.
And Wusher will be in the news. Or shall they sack him? Who's next on the list? You know what's coming up, right? Who's next on the list? It'll be, then they'll start on about Bolton. They'll start on about, what's his name? Wusher. And then, depending on...
And then they'll start...
Bevo again. He had a bit of a reprieve.
And then they'll start about, current coaches moving to, Longmire will go to North Melbourne.
Yeah. Yep.
Clarkson will go to Carlton and...
Clarkson's always on the go. He's never leaving the bloody side here. So, but I'm going to go Bombers because I'm death riding Carlton.
Yeah, death ride Carlton. Hashtag death ride.
Wet Toast at Optus for Western Bulldogs. So I think we go West Coast. West Coast versus Western
really
Bulldogs.
Got a good...
Well, they came over here and beat us.
Yeah. They're just winning, aren't they?
That's all you got to do, mate. Doesn't matter if it's ugly. Doesn't matter if it's not pretty. Geelong are going to win, by the way, up by 28 points.
Yeah, of course they are. They're going to win the minor premiers and
don't care. Doesn't
they'll
automatically
play a
equal
final
premiership.
down there, and then they'll end up going into a grand final, and Dangerfield will miss out again.
Boom.
Sorry, I'm salty.
You are salty. Pass the
salt.
Pass the salt for.
God, because I've always said that Dangerfield will never win a premiership, and I don't like the way Geelong are playing this year. They're playing too good for my liking.
Will it come undone?
Oh, they're playing a pretty good brand at Solid.
Okay, they recruited well.
But I think the Pies. I'm tipping the Pies.
Yeah, I've said that.
They've got a lot of good outs, and they're winning.
The top 4 at the moment, and this will be prone to change, will consist of Geelong, Collingwood, Wet Toast, and probably the Giants at the moment.
Richmond could slip in there.
They could.
They're getting the job done weekend.
They're probably the one that are sitting nicely under the radar.
And that's exactly right. You just took the word. Did you just regret?
I did. I knew you. I read your mind.
And they're loving that fact that they're under the radar because they can now.
And they've got the injury session, people coming back.
And
so
you know how you can just get it all together. And they say Rance might come back.
I don't care. He's not going to come back well, is he?
No, he's not.
So,
No.
Nah, baby. Okay, then, so we wrap it up.
Pie.
We're going to go eat some apple pie for dessert.
Cat's been looming.
Yeah, she's been waiting for it. She's going, where's this pie? I want to eat this pie. Hurry up, finish your podcast. So, should we go do that?
I think we should enjoy that with a nice fat cup of tea.
Oh, absolutely. I don't know why the cup of tea has to be fat, but I'll take it.
Well, yours is in a nice fish bowl.
It is a fish bowl. That's because I get very thirsty. But anyway, we're back, baby, and hopefully next week we can have some joyous news. We banish the demons up in Darwin, and I'll think of some tagline or phrase to add to that.
Yep.
Hopefully I'll upload this podcast tomorrow. Not that you'll know that because you'll already be listening to it on the day I upload it. So get around it, Crows fans.
Hashtag TwoCrowsS03.
Excellent.
Hashtag AFL Crows Eagles.
Hashtag we lost. Hashtag I'm upset. Hashtag I'm salty. Hashtag a lot of swear words were said. Not quite as angry as Brad Scott to David King.
No.
So it's good night for me.
And it's a good night from her.
Good night, peeps. We'll catch you next week. That's my kind of spicy. Bye.
Bye.
Brought to you by Two Crows